Hey, this is Passive Plays Pelton. I'm here today with my journey to 1K a day in stable passive income. Just wanted to do an update. I'm on my way to South Africa in the morning to meet up with the BioFi team and gonna meet up with Jason also from Warbots. So I'll get updates from that. Just got back from Dubai to talk about GS Partners. I'll update you a little bit on that as well. Full videos on all this too, but wanted to give you an update just of kind of what projects I'm in, what's making money, what's not making money, what am I excited about, what am I skeptical about. So my April update, the number we're looking to beat is $535.57 per day in stable passive income. Of course, that doesn't include my semi-DGEN and DGEN plays, but let's see where we're at for the month. So starting up at the top, Warbots, I did lower the average monthly return. We've been getting closer to about 7% a month for the last few months. So I wanted to lower that. So that did make my daily return go down a little bit, but still I think a good play. I think a good place for me to grow in my financial journey, not financial advice. And again, I'm biased because this is partially my project as well. I'm going to be meeting up with Jason this week in South Africa, and we're going to talk about future plans, future growth. But honestly, with these stable plays, part of my plan is just to not touch them much. Like, just leave them alone. If they're working, you know, if it's making 7% a month, just leave it, let it go and do its thing. Next, I have Project 79. It's in a transition phase, so it's a little bit hard to calculate numbers. I do have an AMA coming up with Adam from Project 79 to talk about the transition, and we're going to talk about some ocean money stuff as well, so stay tuned for that. I'm holding on to a whole bunch of BioFi, and you can stake that, get about 2.5% a month on your staked BioFi. Monday, we're going to be having a meeting with MTN, which is one of the largest cell phone providers in Africa, and we're going to be talking about, you know, putting BioFi technology on phones in Africa. There's potential for huge things for BioFi, and with all the revenue they bring in, they're going to be using a portion of that to buy BioFi off the market. So that should see the price start to work its way back up here as we get revenue going for the BioFi team. Constellation price has not been doing too well. Looking forward to some of their announcements with the Department of Defense and things like that coming up. Same with Flux. Price has not been doing great here as of late, but again, these are not short-term plays where it's like, oh, it needs to go up tomorrow. Holding on to those long-term. So hopefully these numbers will go up over time. Gladiators is just Ethereum validator nodes, not a whole lot going on there. I do have SkyFi on here, but returns won't be paying out for a few months. Kind of the same with, you know, Ace miners, Alpha shares, fraction miners. I'm in all of those, but just rewards have not quite coming in yet, and so I'll update this when those start to come in, but I would include those in this stable crypto passive income when those returns start coming in. iBots, I have 2,500 in there. It's been doing about 6% a month, and again, they use some crypto bots, some Forex bots, diversified bot strategy. Archimedes is a new one that I did an AMA with this month, and they just go out and do yield farming for you. So I have 1K in there. It's making about 3% a month, or about $1 a day. It's a lot harder to hit these daily return numbers when you're not counting in your DGEN plays. If you're making 2% a day, then yeah, you can hit those numbers pretty easily, but sensible returns like a 0.1% a day just takes a little bit longer to grow that stable play. So then when we get out of crypto, Forex bots, I had some people say, hey, why don't you put more in there? Again, I'm just dollar cost averaging into these as I have capital available. I put them into these types of things. So I have 15K in Forex bots now. By the time this video is out, there'll be a new batch. This will be batch 9. And yeah, it's been going very well for us. We're on track for, I would say, 3.25% for this month. And again, I've been kind of messing with the settings just to, I want to maximize return and minimize risk. Okay. My number one goal is for people to not lose money. Again, I just want something that's steady that we can just keep adding to, and over time it will grow. So with 15K in there, making about 20 bucks a day. I have a fulfilled by Amazon store, and I have another done for you Amazon store that it's taken a while to get it up and running, but once up and running, I'll put those results in here as well. DLP Capital, storage unit, apartment buildings. These are all the same as from previous months, so I'm not going to go into them too much. I do want to jump into the Amazon reviews. I did a video on this, which I'll leave a link to right here. But you can watch that video if you're interested in getting into this. So far, $688 for the month of May. And again, this is just, they record videos for me, upload them as reviews. and I make some money. So it's a good deal. And then YouTube, $2,220 is what I'm currently at per month, which would be 74 bucks a day I make from my YouTube channel. So where does that leave us then? Again, my goal is, so I was at $535.57 a day in stable passive income for last month. My goal is for that number just to go up. And again, I'm aiming at 1,000. That'll be my goal. And then after that, it'll probably be another arbitrary goal, 2,000 or something like that. But I was at 535, so we want to see that number go up. So currently 547.22 per day in stable passive income, which is about 16K a month in my stable place. So I'm very happy with that and very happy with that journey. Want to just keep that moving along. So I know a lot of you probably skip the stable stuff because you're like, hey, get us to the DGEN stuff. A few updates from there. First, probably the biggest update, I came home from Dubai. I had a lot of my questions answered about GS Partners. I do not think they are a scam. Personally, I do not think that they are using Ponzi-nomics. So I moved it from DGEN to semi-DGEN. And some of the GS Partners people probably say you should move that into stable. Not quite ready for that. And then some of the non-GS Partners people will say, hey, that should stay in DGEN for sure. My gut tells me right now it's in semi-DGEN. This 12% a month is kind of a semi-DGEN return. It's not like ridiculously crazy like you see with some projects, which we'll see here in a minute. It's not in the stable range. So it seems to me the stable range is, 1% to 6 or 7%. Then you get higher than that and you're adding in a significant amount of risk, and it belongs in semi-DGEN. But again, let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong. Totally happy to discuss that. I'm married, so I'm used to being told that I'm wrong. Totally kidding. Totally kidding. But GS Partners, I did put in about 15K more, so making $260 a day from my certificates in there. I do kind of want to break down too just what I've added in. So up here were the Meta Olympus certificates that I had before. These new elemental certificates, this is what I've put in so far in these new certificates. So I have a water, 3 lights, and Terra. I'll probably be adding a little bit more into that. But again, total making about $260. You're not supposed to call it a return for security purposes. So rewards, $260 in rewards a day, or about $7,787 per month from GS Partners. We still have secret project number 1, which hop into my community if you want to be part of that, but still doing well. Again, there's a lot of confusion. They're working on a dashboard, so I do not know exactly how much I have in there or what exactly the return is, but it seems to be about this. Creative Wealth. This was my secret project number 2. I was told, hey, you can go ahead and make it not secret now. They're still not probably going to let in new investors, but again, you can hop into my community if you want to be part of that. So MDB still getting a good return, and actually I did jump in and put my 1.5 million MDB in their 30-day staking pool just to grab a little bit of this. Hard to reflect exactly what the return's going to be on a spreadsheet, but I did do that. And then this auto MDB BNB pool has been doing really well. So I have 2,000 in there, making about $7 a day. EMP's been hanging in there. So appreciate AJ and just what he's building in the space. $36 a day between the detonator and my farms in there, Comb and Olympus. When you move down to DGEN, by the way, I forgot, as always, please hit the like button if you like this series. Again, that's what, if I don't get likes, I probably won't keep doing it because, again, I want to make content that you guys like. So if you like this journey, want me to continue it, please hit the like button and comment too. Just say hello, say, hey, I like this series. Keep it going. I appreciate this. And I'll keep doing that. But down in DGEN, I have Drip, as always, down in DGEN, new UI, crypto on ramp. They've got some stuff going on. Whether or not that will help stabilize the price, I am uncertain, but I am making about $400 a day. I have a whole bunch of wallets that are at max payout. I'm not in a position where I believe in it enough to put more money into it, but I do hydrate occasionally now. I haven't just only claimed out. So as one of my wallets hits max payout, I want to get a new wallet spun up and then I hydrate that. If this continues to make $400 a day, I want that to last for a long time. Arfi, they're having some problems. The price is down now. It was at 5.79. Now it's down to 2.39 or something like that. Again, you can't pay out 62% a month and it work very well for very long. So I'm still doing fine, still making $100 a day. DGEN for sure. And I'll let it roll as long as it'll roll for. But just understand with these DGEN plays, at some point, they're probably not going to be what they were. That's kind of what DGEN is. Elephant, still kind of trying to work through some of the numbers there. I have 19,000 trunk. So again, just trying to figure out best way to express that on a spreadsheet. So the price of Elephant token itself has been doing very well. And I do appreciate the Elephant community. First off, very friendly, willing to answer my questions, willing to answer my skepticisms. Really appreciate that. And again, it's just a community that keeps building and keeps adding new things. They're not going to give up. That's for sure. And then last, possibly least, is Crypto Program. I do have 2,500 bucks in there. It's making 25% a month. I consider that very DGEN. Again, not a lot of transparency. I would expect personally that at some point this will fall apart. So again, I'm not putting in any more money and I'm taking out profits. But for now, making 20 bucks a day from I originally put in 1,500 and I kind of, compounded up a little bit. So all in all, if you include DGEN, semi-DGEN, stable stuff, I've got about 800K into these passive income plays that I'm doing, averaging 6.25%, which has been pretty consistent. And then so that's 50K a month, 1,600 bucks a day. Had a bunch of AMAs this week of other projects that I'm going to be getting into. I'm going to put some into Flint. I thought that was really interesting. Belide, I'm going to put some in there as well. Just a lot of cool stuff. I probably had a 2-month span where there was no projects that reached out to me that I was excited about. And then just over this last month or so, there's been some new stuff popping up. People are understanding there needs to be revenue or else it's not going to work. People are starting to see through the Ponzi's. And so I'm excited about the space moving forward. So as always, I appreciate you guys. Really enjoy what I do, traveling the world, looking at these different passive income plays. Let me know your thoughts on any of the projects I talked about. Let me know if there's other projects you think I should get into. Again, looking mainly for these stable ones. Don't be offended if we have a different definition of what stable means. And then I want to also just echo, I say this on almost all these videos, but don't get too caught up in the money side of things. Jesus says, don't store up treasure here on earth. Moth and rust destroy, thieves break in and steal. We have a lot of tumultuous times in finance right now. This debt ceiling thing. Maybe by the time this video comes out, that'll all be worked out. But for now, you just don't know how finances are going to work out. And if your hope is in your finances, Jesus says that's like building your house on the sand. It's like, okay, when it's going well, okay, this is pretty good. Build a sand castle and oh, wow, this is great. But when the waves come in, hard times come, tumultuous market conditions, whatever the case might be, bear market, if your hope is in your finances and a wave comes, you're going to be in trouble. So again, it's fine to, focus on finances and have financial goals and work hard and do these things. But again, make sure that your house is built on the rock. Which again, I believe it is Jesus Christ and the fact that he came to earth, died for our sins. So I know my eternity because I put my faith in Jesus. I know that no matter what happens in this life, health-wise, finance-wise, I know that my eternity is secure. So even if I lose all my money, if I go to zero, which I hope that doesn't happen, but still I know, oh, my eternity is set. And that wave comes in and my peace and my joy is still there because my hope's in the Lord, not in finances. So appreciate you guys very much. Please hit like on your way out and I will talk to you later. Thanks.